Hello. Everybody hear me all right? Hey, everybody. Everybody hear me all right? All right. Thanks, Savannah. Anthrax. It's the way to go. I do live. Hello, Matt Pelzik. Patriot 206, Brandon Byers, Joshua Blogdahl, all you funny people. All right, all right. What's going on, Ejnape? Video look fine? I got it on regular quality here. EJ. Okay. Taking a break from playing a World War II combat game to do this. All right. Matt, that's up to you. If you want to join after college, you can go through OCS. So you don't even have to go through ROTC. You want to go through ROTC, do that. Depends on what you feel like doing at the moment. If you're not ready to make the commitment, do college first. All right. Well, we'll be starting the movie in 5 minutes. If you're following along, I'll be announcing where to sync up. Well, this is my evening, actually. I just got back from covering a story for my freelance job. So, it's going okay. Excuse me during this. I vape and let me drink a little wine here. Wine will help me get through it. Hello, I'm just a cook. Yes, the famous line. Said I have not seen this. I don't even remember all the way through when, but definitely last time I saw any pieces of it was probably 4 years ago on the ship, 4 or 5, just playing on the mess decks. So we always like to have a little fun with it when we watch it on the ship, of course, like any Navy movie. It's a couple of Navy movies that tend to always do well on the ship. Down Periscope, which probably makes sense, even though I'm a surface ship, but on a sub, even though it's a sub movie, it's good comedy. We all tend to enjoy it. Good Mr. Roberts, which is a really old movie. You would think most of the people on the ship would be not that interested in it, but everyone seems to really enjoy it. It's a really good old World War II movie. Under Siege is usually pretty popular. Top Gun, of course, and Master and Commander, which is more old timey and I believe in British, but everyone seems to really love that movie. It's Navy related. We don't have MOSs, Brandon. We have rates. I was an MC, mass communication specialist. We'll be going live in 3 minutes. Don't know which movie you guys are talking about. EJ Nape, I answered your question. I believe you asked me about that, the AECF a while back. I answered your comment. You're electronics guy. Good, good money. Come out in E4. Yes, Luke, I am a metalhead. Hello, Jack Potter. How's it going? Movie will be starting in 2 minutes, everybody. Remember, I won't be showing the movie for obvious copyright issues, but I will be watching it. If you have it at home or elsewhere, you can sync up to me and watch it as I watch it. Hello, Jack. Kansas City. All right, an Ordy. Good job. Good thing. Love the Ordys. Hello, Ken Patchy. Yes, I'm a trusty shellback as well. All right, going live in 1 minute here. It's going to start at the beginning of the Warner Brothers logo. That is where I have it ready to go and pressing play. I'm also casting this through my Wi-Fi to my TV. So hope that doesn't affect the stream. I don't shouldn't. Hopefully my Wi-Fi stays strong. Keeps its pimp hand strong on bad streams. And TV's a little far away from where I'm at. Couldn't find proper lighting. Next time I'm going to have to go whole hog with a real video camera and a lighting kit. And I'm also trying to stay a little bit away from the speakers so the sound doesn't come through and that hits me on a bot. So just where I can hear it, but it doesn't come through the speaker or through the microphone. So with that said, I am synced up to the Warner Brothers logo and hitting play now. Start off Warner Brothers logo, sounding very militaristic, dirgy. Let's turn that down a little bit. Got people sleeping upstairs. Opening credits. Oh, we're at Haze Gray and underway. Steven Seagal. So you know it's a quality film. This is his first movie that didn't have 3 words in it, I believe. Everything else was above the top and out for justice, and this one was just 2 words, Under Siege. Penny the Sec Def. He was a General Mattis. I love General Mattis. He's awesome. Anyone know what the name of this ship is? Those boards they were writing on, they write backwards on them. This is CIC. I never saw a soda machine on the mess stacks. That might just be me. It was always down in Geedunk. Wonderful Gary Busey, of course. Only slightly crazy at this point, I think. His hair is out of regs. His black cooking smock is quite interesting. I don't think I've ever quite seen one like that on a on any Navy cook. Not saying it's impossible, but looks pretty stylized. So the captain is a commander, and the XO Gary Busey is lieutenant commander. Trying to get a look at their ribbons there. The captain has a uh, something above an MSM. I can't make it out. Above an MSM, it needs to be a combat related ribbon of some sort. So that's interesting. Over here, the comments says I have the Blu-ray from EJ Neppy. Special feature says the film was shot in New Jersey, exterior shots being the Missouri. Okay. You're a real fan, you love trains. I got a friend that loves trains too. Sounds like a real blowjob piece of journalism on this amazing ship that totally destroyed Baghdad single handedly, sounds like. And there's President Bush number one. Weirdest thing I ever ate in the military. I don't know. I ate a bunch of weird stuff down in Australia. Elk or ostrich. The other thing, it's not an ostrich. It looks like one. Kangaroo, alligator, stuff like that. Guessing this is B-roll from some other decommissioning they're showing. I said before, if you're referencing the Secretary of Defense, that's General Mattis. I think he's awesome. Wog breakfast. Yes, I had a wog breakfast on my crossing the line day. It was disgusting. Or Luke, is that what you're saying was your worst? Pretty. Yep. Green eggs and ham, always fun. Yeah, I miss those big old guns on those type of ships. And so they're underway, and all right, short sleeve uniforms. They were a little more lenient about back then, but technically you're not supposed to wear short sleeves underway. They should all be in long sleeve dungarees and khaki. Yep. Yep, it was definitely the 80s, just having a Playboy out in the open, running around the ship with it. Of course, there's no females on this ship. Also, the chief being on the front of the serving line, little odd. The chief cook would probably be in his office for the most part, not hanging around and smoking and joking with the junior enlisted. Did he say pit? Did he say Petty Officer Ryback or Chief Petty Officer Ryback? Because he definitely should not have said Petty Officer Ryback. He's a chief. MSC during this time period, to be exact.
I have orders from the XO on the captain's birthday. We're having dinner flown in from Hawaii. This galley will be cleared by 1700 and you and your crew are to assemble it on the mess deck prior to the Eagle's arrival.
That would be correct. The Takan, Seagal's character, is an unconventional cook. We never get to hear what his rate was before he was a.
See, this
Spoiler alert! Before he was lost his SEAL clearance.
don't talk to the captain about.
Back then they had source ratings for SEALs, so he would have been a QM or a PH or a BM or gunner's mate or something like that. IS2, I think. A few other rates. OS, I think. There was like 8 of them. Did they ever say what it was?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm starting to shake so bad. And there's this deep, deep fear in me thinking about Mr. Creel and all the horrible things he could do to me.
Luke, if you're asking me, I retired as a first class petty officer last year.
Commander Creel, Captain.
Wanted to see me, Captain.
Commander Joe, how'd you expect to land a helicopter without my authorization?
It was a mistake to think that.
I'm vaping to be completely. I did give up the cigarettes. I can do it inside too, which is great. And plus, definitely needed the wine to get through this movie.
Thanks, nice. We had more once party, I guess we were having fun. But let's keep it simple. Off-duty personnel can obtain.
Gary Busey doesn't quite look as unhinged as he does later, but I do believe this is post. I don't know, is this post or pre-accident? Anyone know?
Hold on, we can go in and off.
Very good, sir.
All right, so here's our motley crew coming in. Supposedly bouillabaisse. This looks like it was obviously filmed in a real small boy kitchen.
If I'm not mistaken, every one of you has orders to report to the mess deck for the party.
All gunners turn into SEALs. Sure, being an OS isn't very exciting. Like,
Everyone else, go.
hello Joseph, fellow 47 CR, KCR. Yes, Micah, the military treats vaping like smoking. You got to go outside to the smoke pit like everyone else. They cracked down on that my last few years in. I got a good 6 months of just hanging out in my office vaping. It was great.
Just because the captain likes your cooking, this time he's not going to be here to save your butt. Is that right? Little flavor.
Not the worst thing I've found in my Navy chow, so.
Come on, that's not striking, officer. That's striking.
And no wonder he's kicked out of the SEALs. Zero self-control for a supposed SEAL.
Throwing in the brig. Nobody goes to the brig without the old man's signature.
Good boy. Secure him in the meat locker. Now. Right now.
All right, he's wearing full commander oak leaves there. I could have sworn when he was in dress whites he was wearing lieutenant commander stripes. Gary Busey's character, that is.
Private Nash, you came on aboard in a body?
Yes, sir.
Then you don't know about Chief Ryback. He is an extreme psychopath. He hates officers. He hates America. This is the captain's birthday. I do not want him ruining it. No one is to speak to him. No one is to let him out. If he tries to escape, shoot him right here. I'm
These privates all have an awful lot of hair. Are they Army or I'm just assuming they're Marines. If they're Marines, they're way out of Marine regs there. And a private? Should be at least a PFC. Tommy Lee Jones, all right.
I just hope I don't throw up.
You'll be fine.
All right, I'll see that big hunk land on that tiny little flight deck. Oh, yeah. We'll see if they chalk and chain it. Oh, there we go, there we go. All right. That must have been B-roll. This show's a little closer to the screen. I'm trying to look at the PPE on these this flight deck crew. Seems like something's off, but I can't put my finger on it. Hey, there's a grape. ABF. What's up, Alexei? Alexei.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Be quiet, Alexa.
Don't let these guys bother you. They've been at sea for a long time. Are you okay?
I still feel really queasy.
We're gonna go to the war room where you can change. Okay?
And not to mention, Gary Busey could use zipping up his jacket a little bit more.
You're gonna knock the captain off his feet. You're good. In your motion sickness, they still doesn't call me the
All right, wearing a name tag and dress khaki. I've never seen that before.
okay, it's gonna be ready in minutes. But if it wasn't ready for you to change yourself, you'll be absolutely safe in my hand. I'm gonna go put on my party dress. See you later.
Don't worry about a thing, baby. You play this gig with your eyes shut.
I crossed the line in '97. And yes, it's not what it was in probably since '80s back. Around the '90s, it would start toning down. Also depends on the ship you're on. It varies. I think I got off fairly easy compared to some other ones I saw. I did eat a whole bottle of hot sauce though. Where are they set up with all this at? This is the mess decks with. Oh, I guess. I mean, I've seen the Seven Fleet Band set up on the mess decks, but not with all the bells and whistles. That seems pretty tight. Get a haircut, Private.
You want a trick?
Bringing back the. Get the pies out of my oven. They bring back the battleships. Be odd. Why would they bring back the battleships? Gauge. The the hell rank is that guy wearing down in the engine room? Chief O'Brien. Star Trek's only enlisted guy. Oh, ashtrays. Definitely a sign of the times. Stopped smoking on inside ships back in right before I came in '96. Still saw the ashtrays, but burn them pies. What a shame. Again, just him being such a hands-on chief in the even on a small ship, him being such a hands-on chief in the kitchens, little unusual. He has a first class to be the floor, basically the floor manager guy, and he'd be in an office somewhere running everything, coming in to check on every once in a while.
It's okay, Sergeant. I'm here to escort the captain to the party.
Aye, Commander. Commander Crew, Captain? Yeah, send him in. Bill?
I'm your base man.
To it, half of them have been there birthing, whacking off to porn, like saying "fuck this." I'm not gonna sit around for some dumb unnamed band.
That's right. The operations officer, third in command.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Commander Green.
So where were the mastered arms for this? Yeah, at least that Marine looked like he had a decent haircut. See you, Gage.
Four minutes ahead of schedule.
Damn, I'm good.
And now we're at the part where the terrorists have opened fire and are killing and locking up everybody.
Brains are good fire. Something's going on. Call the bridge. I don't know who you're talking to. There's nobody here who's listening to you. I ain't asking you to listen to me. Call the captain and stay in.
Right back. Everybody still see me okay? YouTube is showing a blank screen.
Let this be a learning experience, gentlemen. If you resist, we will kill you and the man next to you. Now move out of here in an orderly fashion.
All right, hold it. Trying to pull it back up. We're just cut out. Oh, that's great. Hold on a sec. Restarting stream. All right, I should be back. Everybody see me? Yay, I'm back. I'm at the point where Gary Busey's taken over the bridge. Now, Tommy Lee Jones is in CIC. And did they never address what happened to the Master at Arms on this? They never managed to do this without ever the no call for security alert, no nothing.
They've overridden all their systems. Okay, control the crypto, CIC engine, boiler rooms, bridge, and all over decks. We've got to shut the cross hatch before we start.
So it's either a bunch of bullshit that the security forces, no security alert sounded, managed to get sounded, nobody wearing a badge says Master Arms are seen anywhere, or this terrorist team is just that damn good. I don't know. Take your pick. Right, Tommy Lee's a master expert. But they never showed them stopping anyone from. I mean, not everyone would have been on the mess decks or on watch. There would have been a few people around. Somebody would have got off a security alert. Should have been somebody manning Master at Arms cage or what shack or whatever it was.
I don't know, I'm not sure yet. Just something's going on here. Call the police officer. What are you yelling at you? Just doing your job. Check right away.
Right. Right, I'll check in. That's all.
Good. Be careful. Just good, man.
Got a call from Private Nash. He says he's on guard duty in the kitchen.
Get a haircut.
Richard, grab back under control. Do not open the door. Don't miss that explode. No one sneaks anybody.
Yeah, Seagal's martial arts prowess is highly questionable.
Everything all right, sir?
But hey, Anderson Silva swears by him, so what are you going to do, right?
Oh, that. Those are party poppers. Those are firecrackers. Part of the captain's party. You just stand firm until you leave.
Yes, sir.
1,500 strong? No, this crew this is a much smaller crew. I think they're about 250,
No,
300, something around there.
are oversized, perhaps. There's two men. One of them's locked up. I'll take care of it.
No. We'll handle it. Secure the galley. Send cakes, send zigs.
This Marine's armed, Bill. I think we should send more for Bill.
Don't worry about it. These guys are professionals. They can handle 20 Marines. 100 cooks.
You're wrong, Batman. You're wrong. Party popper. You got shit for base, Private.
This is probably the dumbest private in the Marine Corps. It's on guard with him.
Trust me, boy. Let's gunfire. Now you get me out of here and I'll take care of it.
A Marine couldn't tell the difference between party popper and fucking gunfire is quite bullshit.
Something's going on. Use your head this time, boy. Do what you gotta do. Get me out of here. When I get out, I'll shoot you myself.
Hey, Colonel. That you?
Cheers. Come on here. Turn around. Get down, Louise. Push in.
He's the worst Marine ever.
Where's the cook?
In the reefer.
Which one?
Just right gave him up too. What a little bitch. Yeah, you deserve to die. You suck. Don't shoot up all the meat. Where's Rocky going to shadow box with? Oh. Looks like he had the jello. Well, not the first person that died on Chief Ryback's mistakes. This time it isn't food poisoning, though. These dishes are dirty. FSAs are shit. Didn't know they taught knife throwing in Buds. Must be a class I missed on the Discovery Channel documentary about them. Ensign Tucker. I was a different name on the last couple ships I was on, but it was like Lieutenant Davies or something, I think. 47 KSAR. And I do hope guys in the future figure out how to get a better stream and better lighting. I've recorded through something similar, so it shouldn't be that hard. But this is just a test run, kind of seeing how it works. lesson learned first time. Don't use a webcam. Not sure how much that's affecting the stream, but I think it's probably a good culprit. Later, Savannah. That was my sister, by the way. Thanks for watching. Anthony, that's just nicotine vape. Not smoking anything fun. If you want to smoke and drink up, go right ahead. Whoa, close flyby. I get a lot of requests for Crimson Tide, Samurai Monkey. I I don't know. It'd be a while because I just did a sub movie. I've done a lot of Navy movies too. I'm thinking of going to a non-Navy movie here in the future. And a crappy pilot. Sure, the impossibility of that happening so easily, and a lot of fire controlmen and people in aviation could tell you more in detail how that's bullshit. I'm going to call bullshit on it. Shit just got serious when Jimi Hendrix starts up. Talking, I will do a full Battleship review at some point. Briefing room in the Pentagon.
Mr. Braken, way to be absolutely candid with us here tonight. We need some answers, and we need them now.
And they can't decide if they're the war room from the Stanley Kubrick movie or they're NORAD. It's an interesting set design they got going on here.
What's going on? Hi, Doc. You know what's going on. I have 32 tomahawks under my thumb, and the only thing you can do about it is alert the lead.
Yeah, my screen went black again. Oh boy.
Let me take a wild guess. 56604999780. Canceled Operation Cleopatra, and shortly thereafter, two young men from Langley showed up in Miami, tried to cancel me along with them. You can see each has like 4 pages, right?
Alright, stream keeps cutting in and out. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, sorry. Feed's kind of sucking. In the future, I got to figure out a better way to do this. Yeah, I might try other options there, Kabuki. All right, I'm at the point where Tommy Lee's giving his initial demands to the Pentagon. Hold on, my cat wants to be a YouTube star. I gotta move him. Not today. There's enough kitty videos on the internet. But yeah, no one shot the cake. It's or maybe it's a bulletproof cake. You never know. Behind enemy lines. Maybe. I don't know. You know, I think this whole thing is not really going to look good on Gary Busey's fit rep. I just have a feeling about it. Well, you got to have a female somewhere in the movie talking. It's got to be some kind of romance plot, no matter what the movie's about. It's just requirement of Hollywood. The EXO, Anthony, the EXO pulling off this kind of scheme. I don't know if it's in the realm of possibility, but I mean, for movie purposes, you let it go, but probably not. It'd be really hard to coordinate all this, especially back then. We're not talking. There's no email. You know, we're talking some. He's getting messages through some kind of secured line, or he's sending paper mail, and no one intercepting any of this is pretty interesting. But without it, you don't have a movie, so that's one of those things where you just kind of let it go. But no, I don't think so. Now he has a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. And now we get our boobs and butt portion of the movie. And of course, she has her eyes closed through the whole thing and is completely oblivious to reality and all the gunfire. And gunfire is really loud inside a ship. It's metal. She would have been scared shitless in there. They're big metal cans. It's babbling bullshit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The way it describes sounds like she was roofied. Uh, I still don't think she would have slept through all that unless she was like near comatose. And plus the fact that she popped up ready to do her little dance like it was nothing. There's an issue in there one way or the other. But my Tommy gun doesn't. Thank you, the real life hacks. Could have gone better, but it's going. Well, that probably goes without saying, Anthony. They were nice boobies.
I know corporate operatives like Mr. Strauss and stress. They're creative thinkers by their very nature.
See, Tom trains everyone in the CIA who's crazy. All we want to know is how he got that shooter.
That's his specialty.
And here's how he explains why he's the specialty of hijacking.
Turns up far after ship missiles, so we sent Mr. Strauss in.
You've been financing this goddamn maniac's private army? And didn't it occur to you it might become
Could be doing better, David.
Once we
It's
realized we had lost possible control,
losing stream here and there.
under Executive Order 136, we tried to neutralize it. But he missed.
This North Koreans. I get it.
But YouTube tells me its stream is strong at the moment, so
Or possible.
hopefully it holds up.
Possible.
I like.
It's all rock and roll with me. No. Meet his birthday yet?
I keep seeing these like big old mics on here. Maybe it's an '80s thing that they. I don't know. I don't know if those are movie props made to look like he is talking into a microphone instead of like a headset or something. Because I don't recall seeing a whole lot of mics like this, and it's like the third one like that I've seen.
This is the safest place. You understand what's gonna happen if anybody hears you? They're gonna come and try to kill both of us.
Yeah. Kind of wondering why he did just shoot her in the head for whining like that.
Okay, you're coming with me. You gotta be invisible. If you walk my hatch, you become the hatch. I give you this assault rifle. It's an MP5. It's a selector's feature.
Well, she was acting before, so she was in the moment. She can show her boobs, but now that she's not in her acting mode, she's acting like a normal self modest. That explains it.
Okay?
Colonel Lights?
Check the breaker box. It's happened before. It's no big.
Tommy Lee is definitely the best part of this movie.
Man who did this is a professional.
The man who did this is professional, he said, by touching the guy's neck.
You wouldn't be on this battleship if it wasn't for me.
A little past the birthday girl. Now we're where they figure out that Casey Ryback is a little more than a. And there goes the microwave. Yeah, we're at the microwave. I believe they're about to go pull his service record out of the captain's safe, I believe.
That was a bomb, jackass. Use the microwave as a detonator. Come here. You secure everything between here and the CIC. You spot anything, radio it once for backup. You don't get creative. You call for help. You understand? Move. Put these fires out! I would like to see the ship's personnel file for this plain and simple cook, Mr. Krill.
Yes, sir.
Put out these goddamn fires!
Personnel file. No. Well, he's CIA, so I guess he can get away with it, but it wouldn't be a personnel file. It'd be a service record. It's the proper term. And back then they were big, thick folders with a brown outer core. I still have my old one.
Dealing with a lunatic who's only partially in control of the ship.
It makes sense. Fireback service record should probably be full of a lot of stuff.
He's ready for us.
And plus, often they don't empty out shit that doesn't need to be in there anymore. And I'm speaking as someone who used to be an admin.
The operators from SEAL Team
Uh,
5 are the best there are.
In this case, even in this case, no, Anthony. Captains wouldn't be keeping the record private from everyone else. The personnel office, the PNs at the time, would have needed access to it for various things. Yeah, once you lose your clearance, you don't get to keep your record as a commando secret. You know, at least the personnel office would have to be somewhat aware of it. They may have gotten word like, you know, you need to keep this information secure.
Ryback's file wasn't in personnel. It was in the captain's private cabinet. Ryback is an ex-SEAL. Cook's a SEAL? Shut up and listen. Expert in martial arts. Explosives, weapons and tactics. Silver Star, Navy Cross. Purple Heart with cluster. And security clearance revoked after Panama. That means he couldn't hold any rating except that of a yeoman or a cook.
Could not hold any rating of a yeoman or a clerk after security clearance was revoked. Completely fucking wrong. There's tons of rates he could have held, and he couldn't have held the rate as a yeoman. Yeomans require a clearance. He could have been a PN, personnelman. He could have worked in any kind of supply. He could have been a bosun's mate. He could have been in aviation. Could have been, other than a cook.
Stay on schedule.
They do not black out records. You have an unclassed record, Anthony. His service record would be. His personnel record would have all his unclassed information in it, including going to buds, including the awards he won. That blacked out records thing is the kind of bullshit people who falsely claim to be Navy SEALs say they have. It's like, no more you couldn't find my service record because my service file because it's top secret. No.
I have a little rule about humanity. Actually, I have two rules. One, I don't date musicians, and two, I do not kill people, okay?
I'm thrilled to death to hear that. But at least let him protect her. And get the letter to throw him.
Rewatching this, I kind of realized like it takes them a long time to get to where old Chief Ryback is being a badass. This movie is a lot of setup. Michael Bay would have had this guy like shooting down terrorists within 10 minutes. Karate chop to the neck automatically knocks out any bad guy. Just ask Steven Seagal. He must have been also the martial arts coordinator on this. Even with an SCI, you have an unclassed record. Take it from me, I'm an ex-admin guy. Oh, The Rock. Speaking of Michael Bay, yes. I would love to do The Rock sometime. It's actually one of Michael Bay's best movies, which is not saying a whole fucking lot. Actually, for the few of you here watching, I will be doing a double podcast. I'll be doing a podcast slash YouTube video with a couple friends of mine who do car reviews. They're big car nuts, and they want to do Transformers with me, with them talking about all the car bullshit and me talking about all the military bullshit. So look for that upcoming sometime in the future. Oh, Kabuki, trust me, it's The Rock's full of tons of bullshit, but it's I think his tightest movie that didn't rely as much on explosions and bullshit as a lot of his other movies. Speaking of Transformers, and I say that as a giant Transformer fan.
All right, listen to this. Everyone listen up. Affirmative. Roger that. Can you estimate the size of
You can see some Pearl Harbor. You can see some of the cameramen in the background on occasion.
How do we know he's
It's a
not
sloppy movie.
Hey, I'll guarantee Chief Ryback. He's a good guy. Wait a minute. Director's taking a chance. Don't tell him anything about our response. Chief Ryback, Captain Garza.
Pleasure there, Captain.
What we want you to do at this point is just continue to feed us on-site intel.
Nick, this man may be crazy, but he's a professional. I mean, they're manufacturing some kind of a radon system.
I can see that the real life X.
Believe it or not, the XO2
The Guardian of the Perfect Storm. Interesting. I don't really know the Guardian. Perfect Storm. I don't know. That's more sailing than U.S. Navy.
Admiral Bates speaking. Sir. I want you to coordinate your efforts with us. You
The
understand?
chat's currently talking about various movies. I'm at the point of the movie where Chief Ryback has gotten in contact with the Pentagon slash NORAD slash whatever top secret command hold they have right now.
He had an extremely distinguished career until Panama, when most of his SEAL team was killed due to poor intelligence of the airplane.
Ryback's a warrior. He's the best there is. When he got back from Panama, he punched out his officer in charge. Cam Adams took him aboard Missouri as his personal cook so he could finish out his 20. Hold it, just hold it. What if this Toots Wyback, or whatever the hell his name is, what if he's right? And the missiles are offloaded before the SEAL team gets there. There is no way the missiles transit past us.
We have AWACS surveillance and SOSA system out of Honolulu tracking every ship and sub at sea. And they leave the Missouri ground.
Well, how do we know that Honolulu isn't his next target, huh? Tell me that.
How do we know? We track every single thing from Hawaii. Of course, yes. Especially submarines. Those are so easy to track. Of course he can fly a helicopter. Every SEAL's trained to spends 2 years in helicopter flight school.
Told you I don't like guns.
Utilizing very poor cover and movement there, former SEAL chief. I'm not even a tactics and combat guy, and even I know that's kind of a lackadaisical shit move.
Things are gonna sell like hotcakes.
No talking. They do not. It's you have to be a trained pilot to fly helos. It takes a long time. It's some GI Joe shit, where everyone just knows how to fly a helo or a jet. Takes years of training. Is that paint thinner? Why was that not secured in hazmat? The 3M department on this ship is just blatantly full of shit. Wow, there's a super explosive helicopter. Yeah, Jonathan, I met a taxi cab driver when I was a kid that was telling us all about how he was some sergeant that started flying helos in Vietnam. My dad, former Marine recon, humored him, and we got out of the cab. I'm all 10 years old. He tells me, like, my first encounter with stolen valor basically just said, like, that guy's completely full of shit. Because I was like, wow, that guy sounded pretty cool, huh? Yep, he's going to zebra, extra zebra. Yes, the helicopter fell off the deck and then it came back. Continuity error. Good catch, Kabuki.
Secure weapon battery number 3 now! These guys are pain in the ass. You gotta do something about them. I know what.
System in the compartment where they're being. Which bit? Folks, hit a button, starts to flood. In a short time, they'll all drown. Right back. I bet they fucking love you now, huh?
All right. Yeah, post production editing does end up with you get a few continuity errors. There's literally an editor though called the continuity editor who's supposed to fix that stuff, and sometimes he gets stuck. He doesn't have enough B-roll to cover it, and well, they just hope no one notices it.
What are they saying?
They're saying, get me the fuck out of here.
To do Saving Private Ryan, since it is really good, and they went through a lot of effort, and I'm sure there's mistakes. It's like probably be a lot of army and historical things I'd have to look for, and it would take a lot of work for me. It's not my era, not my service. So that those kind of movies are really tough.
Johnson, you get over here and you grab that door. Anybody comes through, you shoot.
Hey, Case, are you okay?
Yeah. You okay?
Yeah.
Hey Case, are you okay? Not hey Chief, are you okay?
Six of us got trapped.
What the fuck, Chuck?
We got a problem. That's what's going on. Who's this?
Delaware, Clearance Page, second class, 4446.
Well, this is Jordan. She's a casualty of the situation I'm about to brief you all on.
Nice to see you. You too, Case.
Ranger, you take this. Look, you get your tools. We got work to do.
Look alive, gentlemen. I'm gonna jump into shit.
Case, case, case. No chief, chief, chief. Come on, guys. Only fellow chief should be calling him Case.
This disabled their weapon systems.
And you're an officer. You should definitely not be calling him Case.
May I have your attention, please? This is Captain Phil speaking. I would like for you to look at the ship's monitors where you are at this point in time. Are you watching? I've prepared a special show for you. I want you to know one thing. I have no grudge against you or the rest of the crew. You did your best.
Yeah, you're right, Jonathan. The chiefs shouldn't be calling each other. And in this situation, yeah, number one, everyone in that scene, as far as I know, should be calling him chief. Officers and junior enlisted. Only people who should be calling him Case should be a fellow chief. And I didn't see one. One of his juniors called him Case, and an officer called him Case.
Full of what? I do laundry. I was ironing during the Gulf War. I cut out for this hero bullshit. You're in the Navy, remember? It's not a job. It's an adventure.
There was my favorite line of the movie. I ironed during the Gulf War. I cut off this hero shit. Hey, you're in the Navy. It's more than a job. It's an adventure. That's fucking hilarious. Anthony, officer would call him chief. Only people familiar enough to call him by his first name would be. They just rig up an OBA. That is kind of awesome. Probably, actually, what I've heard from the old O2 canisters on the OBAs, they probably would explode like that. Someone in engineering could probably tell me the likelihood of them flooding the engine spaces they had everybody held captive down in. And they're dropping the anchor. Moving ship. Yeah, tear that bow off. Woo! Officer and a Gentleman, yeah, I could definitely do that movie. I really love that movie. I love putting the headset on even in the middle of a firefight. That is just fucking shit sometimes. Sometimes you can just have a funny little moment. Yes, dropped anchor at sea in motion. Life hacks. No, I do not know the USS Fulton. I do like the fat chief awkwardly holding the Mac 10. That was kind of realistic. He probably would have no idea what to do with that thing. You know, unless he was just some kind of private gun guy. And yeah, I know my picture and stream keeps dropping out. In the future, I'll have to figure out some way to make sure this connection is secure. Now into the heart of the action climax here. Yes, Anthony. He could have called him Ryback. It would be very untowards of an officer to call a chief by just his last name. But he would definitely never call him by his first name, Casey. Standard protocol, the officer would say call an E7 or above Chief Ryback or Chief. Just saying Ryback would be very rude and disrespectful, and never by his first name. He would never say Case. And no one's going to yell and laugh at you. Like, if you don't know military protocol, you don't know military protocol. This movie definitely needs more Tommy Lee Jones.
Two choppers, they've taken a sneak in under our radar.
Strike team. Of course, we drive a hard bargain price. Why are you going to get a hard value?
Would they send a Cobra instead of an Apache? Yeah, I think they probably would have. Apache is an odd call. Maybe it was the only thing in range.
No, Francois, not you, not me. Listen, I'm going to put my account on the line. I'm going to give you the account numbers, okay? Here, talk to that fraud.
Meanwhile, I'm watching some Tommy Lee Jones goodness, which this movie sorely lacks in.
Switched artillery. Shit, I lost the phalanx. The whole thing's dead. We're sitting ducks.
You can secure this up right now. Coyote, this is Roadrunner Command.
Yeah. No, we wouldn't call him Mr. Ryback. He's enlisted. He's not an officer. He works for a living. You're not calling Mr. Ryback, Jonathan. You can call a junior officer by their last name with a Mr. in front of it instead of the rank. That is true. You can say Mr. Johnson or Mr. Mrs. whoever. Phalanx? Better known as R2D2 with an erection. I tend to think of Sea-Wiz. That's Sea-Wiz Phalanx. Okay, yeah. Most people just say Sea-Wiz. I don't used to hear them saying Phalanx. Yeah, Sea-Wiz is an R2D2 with an erection. You're correct. World War II era U-boat. Huh. Interesting. Sea-Wiz. CIWIS. Closed-in weapon system. Most incompetent military of all time. Oh, they're bringing in the Nimitz. Kabuki, your knowledge of R2 units is way beyond mine.
The crane isn't finished. Then we'll have trouble with the old decks. Go. Wave, we'll form an sir.
Hello, Mad Mercenary.
My goodness.
We are near the climax of the movie.
Why didn't you hire this person?
Did battleships have sea whiz before they retired? I do not know. Talkin says yes. It's been around a while. It wouldn't surprise me they outfitted them with them. Blue Ridge didn't have them originally, and we had them in the '90s. So, and I assume the Blue Ridge still has Sea Whiz. They used to have missiles too, and they got rid of them. The craning out of that torpedo looks awfully bullshitty. But then again, they're not professional. They're doing it quick, fast, in a hurry. So, I guess it could be forgiven. And I guess Ryback here is building some kind of. I guess it said his service record said he's an explosive expert. So so which means he's a demolitions guy. So he would have known Don Shipley probably. That was his specialty in SEALs. All right, correction from Kabuki. The subs based off Gato class submarine. Okay. Four Seawiz on the Iowas. I haven't been on that many ships, but I know most ships I knew had two. I think the carrier had four, but it's a carrier, so kind of. But it's Iowa class, so maybe that's why they had four Seawiz. Seems like a lot. Yeah, DDG has two. Forward and bow. Oh, explosions. Two Seawiz per sides with the Iowas. Huh. Don't know that, so take your word for it. Someone else knows better. Wouldn't be totally surprised. Carriers also have two per side, forward and aft.
You're incredible, Ryback. It's a shame you're not cooking for us.
Oh yeah, Saved by the Stripper. Probably not going on his memoirs.
We're gone. Probably dead.
Yeah, Carl Kane. I brought that up earlier. Yeah, if he was a yeoman, he couldn't hold a clearance. He didn't lose top secret. He lost clearance. You don't just lose top secret. You lose clearance. Period. If you lose clearance, so he couldn't have been a yeoman because they require a secret clearance. And cook isn't the only job he could hold out of clearance. In fact, in admin, he could have held a personnel. He could have held personnelman rating. Several aviation ratings, several other supply ratings besides cook or MS. And we never found out what his source rating was. So if he was a bosun's mate back then, when SEALs could be source ratings, he wouldn't have had to change rates. But if he was like an OS or a PH or an IS, one of the other clearance source ratings, then yes, he would have had to change rates. So we just assume he was one of those.
That's nothing to say. Maybe they did. They're smarter than I am. Everything's dead. It's hopeless. Nothing is hopeless.
What's up, Carl Kane? Yeah, we were just talking about clearances and how they said he could have been. He could only be a yeoman since he lost his clearance. He could only be a yeoman or a. No, he couldn't have been a yeoman if he lost his clearance. Yeah, I had a friend lose his clearance as an MC, Jonathan, who got reclassified as a BOSS mate. He's a really good. He's really good at whatever he does. He just has some personal issues, and he's a great guy, and he's a great BOSS mate, and he's up for Chiefs, and I hope he makes it. Johnson didn't make it.
What about those 5-inch guns? No good. We offloaded all the armor-piercing rounds in Hawaii. We got starbursts. Nothing that will penetrate. Callaway!
Doing a fan meetup, Roger. I don't think I have enough fans at this point yet. Maybe some point in the future. I'm at 5K. I'm at 5K subscribers, which would equal maybe 2 people showing up. So appreciate the sentiment though, and welcome aboard, Roger.
I did it. Starting. A few minutes left in the car to fire.
I've always been interested in maybe various people who do military-related videos on YouTube doing a panel at a convention somewhere, like some kind of YouTube convention, and I would like to be part of that. I am hunched over for no reason in front of my mic here, and it's just I probably look really funny in the video. Let me stand up straight. Hold on. Yeah. Not a star shell, Kabuki says. Standard AP.
I'm gonna tell you to click them a little harder.
But if we blow up the set, won't the nukes go?
Doesn't work like that. They're not gonna detonate.
Thank you, Electric Salad. Considering I had 200 subs back in November, and in the last couple of months I'm up to 5,000. I'm super happy with where I'm at right now. Tommy Lee Jones called him a jack off. That was awesome.
They don't have any shells to burn us.
204 degrees, Callaway.
Oh, thanks, Anthony.
Elevate the barrel. 0.
And suddenly Ryback knows how to work a periscope on a sub, because of course he does. He's Chief Casey Ryback. He's the greatest at everything.
I fired a hole.
Thanks, Jonathan. Jason is actually a very special person. Just one of the best. He deserves to make chief. Good point, talking. Fire from the 16 inside the towers, or they go from the targeting room. Yes, I believe so. There's a little targeting room right there. A lot of boats have similar things. They probably would. I think you might do it remotely. I don't know if you could do it back in '89. Senpai recognized me. Ah. You're welcome, Electric Salad. I'm sorry, the line is Senpai noticed me. Sorry. Should be up on my memes. Also, wish we had more from the Russian sub captain guy there. He looks awesome, and we only see him like a handful of times. Jonathan says you can fire from the bridge or the CIC if the mounts damage primary firing. Yes. How easy is it to do it, though? There's obviously always backups. All right, refresh the stream. Doubt the blast would slide you across the deck like that. Yeah.
Yes, the captain's watch, there's an explain 20 seal that get that build to the car.
Watch where the missile launches come. It blasts from between the launchers. All right, they're getting the sit rep in. Oh my god. Stupid video. I'm sure he had a fun adventure. No, couldn't imagine doing.
Here we have, as you can see, there will be no return.
Be specialty again. Right. Been a great help in this video, by the way. Thanks.
No, you're good.
Oh my god.
You are really good. You'd be ashamed to kill you.
Behold my finest work. Do me a favor. Tell me something. You really think blowing up a bunch of innocent people is gonna change anything? Why'd you flip like this?
I got tired of coming up with last-minute desperate solutions to impossible problems created by other fucking people.
All of your ridiculous, pitiful antics aren't gonna change a thing. You and I, we're puppets in the same sick play. We
There's a difference, my man.
Never seen the movie Men of the Fighting. Kabuki, do you get my question? What was your rate again? Oh, here's a knife fight. Oh yeah. It's like I need a scene where I can get my Aikido skills in. Yeah, sorry, Binnacle. It's been a rough night of buffering. And right through the eye. And stab through the head. Obviously, fake head. And he got the disc. Hooray! Oh. We're now at the coming up on the tail end of the movie. Hey, thanks, guys. Life hacks, gagging, sitting through me with all this bullshit. All right. Now, once again, Steven Seagal, of course, knows everything, so now he's going to direct missiles, because that's what SEALs do, you know. When they're not learning how to fly helos or pilot, you know, learning explosives or any of the other 800 other things this guy knows how to do. Binnacle, what do you mean Steven Seagal is the same movies over and over again? How dare you, sir? They're all very nuanced, different characters every time. He's a character actor, sir. Oh, here he is targeting in the missile, like the expert he is. The things they train you in buds about, you don't see in the documentaries. Perfect hit, of course.
Sir, call off your bombers, sir. Call off your bombers. Got a Zodiac here and some Sea-Rays. You know, a little umbrella. You did it, Case. I'll go with you.
You did it, Case, not Chief or anything else like that. He lights a cigarette of accomplishment. Hooray, we didn't die. water slide. To know how to work all the equipment talking, to actually to launch it and target it, it would be incredibly unusual. Oh, there's the dock. Um, oh, Casey Ryback. You are the best at everything, including kissing girls. That's why we love you. And that's going to be it for military movie bullshit on full. Sheesh. It's going to be it for military bullshit on Under Siege. We're approaching here the last couple of minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed. Do some burial at sea here for a minute. All right, now we see him decked out finally in his dress blues. And they got the stripper over there completely stealing valor. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Next military movie bullshit. I don't know. I've got a few ideas. I don't want to say exactly right now. Kabuki, sure. If I ever do Fury, you can go ahead and send me a message. I'll talk to you about it. But for right now, overall view. I mean, for just awesomeness of complete ridiculousness. It's fun. Tommy Lee Jones is great. I just love watching him just eat up the scenery in this. It's full of a ton of bullshit and improbable shit, mostly to do with how awesome Casey Ryback is, and by extension Steven Seagal is, knowing how to do everything. Despite just being a SEAL, he apparently can work everything on a ship if he needs to. But yeah, I give it a solid 3 stars just for fun. Don't take it seriously. In terms of military inaccuracies, it's pretty shitty, as movies of these tend to go. I don't know. I've seen a couple of requests for the final countdown, which I've never seen. So that'd be an interesting one to do. What do you guys think? A request. Do another comedy. Go the Army this side. I could do Stripes. Someone not a fan of Final Countdown? Okay. All right, someone's buffering over there. Okay, yeah, I'll call that a night then. Thank you guys for who hung with me, watched all this. I'll try to do better in the future, make it a more streamlined thing. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm going to take off for now. Thank you guys for watching with me, and all you watching later on the recording. Thanks also sitting through it. Hope you synced it up and it worked out for you. That's all I got for right now. Catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.